Hi guys, this is Offensive Aloe.
Hi guys, I'm Tremaine,
Hi guys, this is Fala Kimamba.
and we are your guys' Forex Chasers mentors. So we're so excited to have you guys on today's video. In today's video, we're actually going to be having an inside view on what happens during our daily live sessions. You guys will be getting insights into what we're analyzing, how we do those analysis, and also you might get to even see the pairs that we are analyzing as well. So we hope you guys have an awesome time on our YouTube video and make the most out of the value that we've provided for you guys.
Come on, man. Okay, guys. So the session is being recorded, man. We're recording the session for members who can't currently join us. So yeah, we're recording the session, guys. Looks like the guys are not fired up, lol. Yeah, it seems like the energy is not up. Come on, guys. What's
Yeah,
happening?
the
What's
energy
happening,
is not
guys? What's
there.
happening, guys? What's happening, guys? What's happening? Come on, man. Are you kidding me? What's happening, man? We here. Matebula is man, in the building. Come on, man. Keep those comments coming, man. Are you kidding me? Keep those comments coming, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So basically, guys, we just gonna do a breakdown on gold. I'm just gonna do a breakdown on these few pairs because I have pound AUD, I have pound yen, I have USDT, I have NES 100, and I have gold. But then I'm not gonna go through all of them as I have my mate here. He'll also be assisting me in terms of like taking other pairs and sharing the idea behind. So basically, guys, I'm just gonna start with gold. I'm just gonna start with gold and tell you why I saw this sell here. Unfortunately, I couldn't send it in the group because of technical issues, but I tried to send it as a signal, but I couldn't because of some technical issues we're having in the office. So, but okay, let me just mute everyone
Yeah,
to,
someone is singing.
yeah. So you're gonna unmute yourself, man. So I'm muting everyone so that we can avoid being disturbed while we're having our live session. So basically, guys, as you can see here, we had this ascending type pattern that was formed. At this ascending type pattern, you can see that market broke out impassively. You know, after impulsive move, what do you expect? We expect a correction. So after a correction, we expect another push to the downside. Obviously, these areas here is gonna be our first target, as this is gonna be our first 90% rule. So as you can see, guys, here, as we broke here, we didn't broke really convincingly. So you can see we broke in a form of what? In a form of a descending type pattern, and then we pushed a bit to the downside. Then we came back to test what? To test these areas. As you can see, the market was testing these areas here, and then you can see that it formed what? Resistance here. Then the resistance is being respected. So we're expecting gold to continue pushing to the downside. We're expecting gold to continue pushing to the downside. As you can see, there's a lot of more potential to the downside. As you can see, gold is having a lot of momentum pushing to the downside. As you can see, there's a lot of momentum pushing to the downside. So I'm also gonna look at NES 100. Come on, man. So basically on NES 100, it's become even more simple, guys. You just have to identify your support, your significant levels, which is the support and resistance, where the market has the potential to break, come back for a retest, or where the market has the potential to just bounce off. So as you can see, guys, here market was coming to the downside in the form of what? In the form of a descending type pattern. And you can clearly see that there's not a lot of momentum to the downside here. As you can see, it shows that the buyers and the sellers, they're in a pattern here. But then what we can see here, we see one of our reversal pattern. As you can see, the market formed what? The market formed a double bottom here. As you can see, the market formed a double bottom here. So this is one of our confirmation that the market is about to change what? To change the direction. And if you can look at your left, you can clearly see now this was a triple bottom that was formed here. If you can look at your left, so clearly tells us this is one of what the strong support that we have currently so far. So then we saw a buy on Nasdaq. Obviously, this is gonna be our first target on Nasdaq. This is gonna be our first target, but then we are looking for overall move to push until this what until this area here that I just highlighted now. So you can see, guys, the reason why we took the reason we took a Nasdaq, and you can clearly see that we got our candlestick confirmation, of which is what is a bullish engulfing, guys. As you can see here, we've got what we've got our bullish engulfing, guys. We've got our bullish engulfing. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop into my main offense. Okay. So I'm just gonna take USDT now before I give in to my mate offense so that he can do his market breakdown. So as you can see, guys, I'm just literally breaking down indices only. I'm breaking down indices only. So in this case scenario, guys, the same thing applies. As you can see here, we had what we had a double bottom being formed here, and same thing again. As you can see, guys, if you can just look to your left, you can see that the market formed what something like a triple bottom, and you can see that this is one of what a strong resistance support. I mean, and you can clearly see the way that the market is shooting to the downside. It's not really convincing that sellers are having what they're having momentum to push to the downside. As you can see here, there was a lot of momentum pushing the price to the upside, and you can clearly see here there's also a lot of momentum pushing the market to the upside. So this clearly tells us that the market wasn't really going to the downside, but it was just forming what a small retracement before pushing to the downside. So here we missed the entry here at the double bottom, but then again we found our entry here. As you see that the market formed what a small commitment here. Then after this small commitment, that's when we like because of what we have our first impulse pushing to the upside, and then we had what a small commitment. Then we see what we're expecting the market to continue pushing all the way to the upside. This is what happened, guys, and we killed on USAT. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? We got this, man. We got this. Come on, guys. Keep those questions coming. I wanna hear those questions based on the analysis that I just made. Keep those questions coming, guys. If you have any questions, I'm your guy. I'm waiting, guys. Keep those questions coming. Let's hear people. Let's hear people. Let's hear people. What is that they've got to ask? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. What is it that people have to ask? I'm waiting for questions, guys. I'm waiting for questions, guys. I can see that a lot of people, they're not like really participating. You are not interacting. What's happening, guys? You are not interacting. What's happening, guys? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, guys? Talk to us. Is there anything that is a problem, guys? You're not saying anything. You're not in a building. What's happening, guys? What's happening, guys?
You guys are actually quiet today. What's going on?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hand over to my mate, offense. I'm just gonna hand over to my mate so that he can do his market breakdown as well. Yeah, host. Isaac is saying, are you already in ZAO or you are waiting for a candlestick confirmation to the downside? Oh, I already took that one of gold. I already took that one. Yeah. You can see a screen, but then we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, I too am back on Nasdaq. So I'm actually gonna explain because I already did my analysis. So I'm gonna be explaining exactly why I did my analysis like this. You see, I even have this call outs here. Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so basically what's going on is that we we were actually looking for a buy, but we needed to confirm. We actually needed to confirm first. So as you can see, I had my support around these areas because I noticed that I noticed what's going on.
He must mute himself.
Hey Joe, mute yourself.
Yeah.
It's fine now.
No.
You can hear echoes.
Yeah, you're still unmuted.
Yeah, okay, guys. Well,
Vanilla is
Vanilla is
still
still
doing
doing
that.
that.
Let me
Let me
continue
continue
explaining.
explaining.
So
So,
I
I
said
said
I
we
was
were
looking
looking
for
for
buys.
buys around this area, but we actually needed confirmation. So, as you can see here, we have a strong support. We have a strong support. The candlestick has been failing to break these areas because we have our first try, second try, and our third try. But it was actually tough for us to actually enter this trade because we are not sure. So I actually did this box here because the market was consolidating on the same place. Then I was actually looking for a breakout from this box. Let me zoom in, because as you can see, I was actually waiting for a breakout because you see it was actually failing to break these areas, but it finally broke these areas. And yesterday I told you guys that Nasdaq has this tendency of not coming back for a retest. So I actually took the trade just after, so that the candlestick was about to close above. I took this trade because Nasdaq has this tendency of not coming back to retest the area. So we actually took the trade here. You see, I said I wrote here for a breakdown confirmation closed above. So this level here is gonna be our first take profit here because of is the 90% rule. So now as you can see, I actually used a trend line too. So the market was actually failing to break above this trend line, but it finally did break this uh, trend line. But I didn't enter the trade. I waited for this breakout too. So I actually took the trade to the upside. So now we're gonna be taking our first TP around these areas because of this is actually our 90% rule. This is our 90% rule, and this was our strong support because the market was actually failing to break these areas here. So after the market comes to these areas, that's when we're gonna see that is the market failing to break above, or will the market actually break above, come back for a retest or not? We'll just see when the market gets to that point. But as you can see, guys, that Nasdaq is trying to push to the upside, and that's actually what we're looking for. We're actually looking to buy it until this level here. This is gonna be our first take profit, and from there on we're gonna see where the market is leading us. Like I made it straightforward, and I even wrote this call out here. So for those who actually don't understand what's going on, remember, this is my strong support. I wrote it here. We actually have a breakout confirmation, which was this candlestick closed above this level. So we actually looking to take our TP here just because of this is our 90% rule. This is our 90% rule. As I'm using this trend line, this our 90% rule is gonna be around these areas now. As you can see that as I'm speaking, Nasdaq is continue shooting to the upside. So maybe a few minutes after, we actually gonna have our TP. We actually gonna have our TP. So I was actually looking at Nasdaq only now, and then I'll continue looking at other person. I'll keep on sharing with you guys. So Tramaine, I'm gonna pass it to you, and then you explain which pair you actually analyzed. Okay, let me make you a host. Okay. More. You're a host now, ne? Can you share? Okay. Hmm? No, I can't.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Just mute your mic there as well so there's no feed.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let me just double check there's no questions or whatever before we actually get into that. Are you ready in? Come on, man, what's popping? Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, what's popping? What's popping, guys? Give me some energy. What's up, guys? So here I am looking at NZD-CAD. A lot of you that were part of our live, we know that we did actually execute an order in NZD-CAD. A nice, very beautiful spike. This nice spike over here in this H1 chart actually took us out of the position we had because our stops were kind of somewhere up here. We were looking to sell. So what's the way forward today on NZD-CAD, guys? So NZD-CAD, first thing that I kind of want to just point out for you guys is a resistance level up here. If we extend our resistance zone from the left to the right, we can basically see that we do have an area of resistance. Obviously, if there's an area of resistance or whatever, if the market does go into that level and we do see some type of reaction, we're going to be looking for that short position. So first of all, what I do have here, at this recent price action. So what I do have marked out here, guys, is essentially some type of corrective structure. And if we look at where this corrective structure is, I think that's what's more important in this case. So we had a market that essentially was correcting to the upside. After we broke resistance, we can see the size of these candlesticks and as well as the volatility after we broke structure. We can see there's wicks to the upside, there's wicks to the downside, which obviously means a lot of choppy price action, prices moving to the upside violently and coming back down violently. So that's an important thing, guys, that we need to note is that once we broke structure or we violated structure to the upside, the market has been moving correctively. So even if we do continue to make or even come and break these previous highs that are over here on our left-hand side, we can expect that break to potentially be a false breakout to just trap traders on the wrong side of the market. All of those breakout traders that are looking for breaks, trap them in the market going long, and then we see this market actually make that move to the downside. So what I'm actually expecting here going forward, guys, is I'm hoping for a move to the upside. Obviously, if we do get that push to the upside, then we will have a better risk to reward ratio on the short opportunity that we're looking for. So if this market does actually make a move to the upside, hopefully even breaking highs, because if we do break highs, we already know that there's people that are going long that will be trapped. So once we make this move to the upside and then show some type of a reversal structure or some type of momentum shift, guys, we want to see those bearish engulfing candlesticks. We want to see those bearish pin bars, whatever, those morning stars, all of those reversal structures that we look for to show us, guys, that sellers are interested in selling from these levels. That's what we're going to be looking to see, guys. So going forward, guys, NZD-CAD, if we do break and close on the upside, we will be still looking for that short position. Obviously, with our targets extending all the way down to where this corrective structure has started. We know the 90% rule of the structure. I'm not going to draw it, but instead I'll just extend this support area that we have here. So our targets for this position will be at that 90% rule of the structure. If we do manage to get a position up top, then stops will obviously go above this resistance area or above the structure that the market creates. Excuse me, guys, above the structure that the market does create for us. And our targets will be down at the 90% rule of the structure, guys. So NZD-CAD, yes, we did get taken out, but we are looking for another entry on NZD-CAD, guys. The sell setup that is forming, guys, is still a valid sell setup. I still do see a lot of potential to the downside. If we go onto the H4 chart, which I'll just do now, just to explain to you guys what the long-term structure of this market is looking like. So guys, long-term structure of this market, we can see that NZD-CAD did violate these previous highs to the upside, but the nature of this violation, guys, is the first sign that we should actually pay attention to, that there are not a lot of buyers that are interested in this market. So we did break to the upside, but we broke to the upside in a corrective manner. We then violated this corrective structure to the downside, and obviously we created those higher lows and those lower highs and lower lows. So the reason also why I'm looking at this resistance area up the top there is if we look at how the market reacted from this resistance area, guys, we got a nice impulsive move away from this area. Obviously, when we see the market react from a particular area in an impulsive way or in a manner that looks just like this, we can obviously derive from this information that there were or there are a lot of orders that are sitting in this zone, whether it's institutional traders, we don't care who it was. We just know that sellers are very interested in this zone because we can see how the market did react from this zone. So obviously, guys, if the market does push up into this zone, we can expect that the same sellers that were interested in this zone before could potentially be interested in the zone again. And how we will see that they're interested, guys, is obviously by that momentum shift. We want to see those bearish engulfings and pin bars to the upside and all those things, all candlesticks that show us that sellers are still active or sellers are still interested in this area. That's what we'll be looking for, guys. I think that's a very detailed analysis for you guys. Let's see if we can actually open up to maybe any questions or anything that anyone wants to mention or something like that before we actually call it a session, because I'm assuming that the other mentors have actually gone through their analysis. Okay, I see. Tremaine, man, what's good? What's good, man? What's good? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are good. I like the way you explain. Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for that, man. It's you guys that that give that motivation. Let's see if anyone's mic is unmuted, that maybe they want to ask something somewhere. Okay, so no one's mic is unmuted, guys. I don't know if anyone wants to ask something before we actually call it a session. Are there any questions? Maybe on this pair, maybe on another pair or something. Other mentors, are you guys cool? Do you guys want to go into anything else before we call it a session? Okay, the other mentors, guys, they seem to be all good. They've gone through the analysis. Now, if we don't have any questions from you guys, maybe to go into something specific or to actually help you guys out with something, then we'll call this a session. Loud and clear, sir. Very nice breakdown. Thanks, team, man. Sure, Cabello. Thanks, man. Loud and clear. Please check SDJPY. I don't know what pair that is, guys. I'm really not sure what pair that is. Yes, sir, I salute. Lady Tubbs. Oh, USDJPY. Okay, that's not a pair that I'm actually following, but I will be able to go into that analysis. Let me just reconnect my team view because it actually just disconnected itself now. Oh, hey, Elsie. Once we connected, then I'll just go into. Okay, we are connected. Let's go into USDJPY. Okay, so we'll go into the watch list. And USDJPY should be at the bottom. I know I did do some analysis on USDJPY, but I'm not sure how updated my analysis is. Okay, beautiful, I remember. So we have some nice corrective structures that are forming here. Let's talk about long-term structure. Guys, can one of you guys please mute your mics because there's like an echo? Awesome. I hope it's okay. Cool. The echo is gone. So USDJPY, guys, long-term analysis on this position. I don't know, a lot of you guys that are part of those Saturday sessions that we do hold, you know that I've been looking for these longs on USDJPY for a while. I haven't really been interested in actually trading USDJPY within these levels over here. Strictly because basically USD and the JPY are both risk-off assets, and obviously when things are going bad, money flows into those risk-off assets, which is USD and the JPY at the same time. So long-term, or obviously the reason why we were seeing a whole lot of corrective nature out of USD JPY is because money essentially has been flowing into those assets both at the same time, just because of the nature of the fact that they considered safe haven assets. So what I've actually been waiting for is breaks of structure to the upside, because long-term structure on USD JPY, guys, there is a hell of a lot of room for USD JPY to make a nice big impulsive move to the upside. If we look at long-term structure, guys, we do see that there is an impulsive move to the upside. And when the market was actually violating all of these lows to the downside, we can see that we have been violating these structures correctively. So like I've said before, guys, when we violate structures in a corrective manner, that's the first sign that there is momentum that is leaving the market. Is someone listening to something? Guys, I'm just going to mute everyone. Okay, I think that person muted themselves. Thanks for whoever that was for muting themselves. So let's get into what we can actually be expecting from USD JPY, an actual trading opportunity that we can be able to take advantage of in the short term. So let me just make sure my chart charts are nice and visible. So what we can see, guys, USD JPY, if I do actually connect this trend line properly, we do have a 3-touch structure, with our first touch being here, second touch being there, third touch being here. Third touch, we do see an impulsive move to the upside, followed by a correction. So impulsive move, correction, what do we expect? We do expect another impulsive move to the upside. Though what I can point out, guys, or what I would hope happens here, guys, is because we do know that when these institutions, when big money, when smart money wants to move in a particular direction, usually more often than not, if their orders, no, guys, whoever's playing music is actually quite distracting.
She's on a mission for my soul.
Yo, Offense, the music is coming from your side, bro. Oh, I see. I just saw some. Oh, it's Fiona. I thought music is coming from you because I can see your mic moving. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry. We even got disconnected again, guys. Please, can you avoid the distractions, because if we do get distracted like this, obviously time is going forward, and we eventually just won't end up covering what's important. So please, guys, please, let's just show some mutual respect. Yeah. Let's just give it some time, let this thing reload again. So yeah, I think it's loaded now. USD JPY. So guys, what these institutions, what smart money likes to do is they like to actually, if their orders are not set, when their orders are in, guys, that's when we see these impulsive moves to the upside that don't give us a chance to enter. If their orders are not properly stacked, guys, there will be some type of a stop hunt, or at least institutions will send the market into an area of liquidity, which would probably be at these previous structures here. So if we do go down onto the lower time frames and we see a nice 3-touch structure over there, with our first touch being here, second touch being there, and possibly we could come for a nice third touch in these areas, guys. This is the area that I would be looking for a potential continuation to the upside from. Hopefully we get this and we don't actually just get an impulsive move to the upside from this area. But if we do get an impulsive move that runs away from us from this area, obviously, guys, break and retest is our name. What do? We actually just evolve our structure, or I can actually evolve structure now to account for recent price action. We evolve structure to accommodate for all of the highs that are present, guys. And once we violate structure to the upside, if we do violate structure to the upside without an entry, what do we wait for? We wait for that break and retest of structure. So we will be waiting for a break and close above to obviously show us commitment to the upside, and then some type of retest of structure for the continuation to the upside, guys. So USD JPY, I am long biased, and this long bias is also supported by the fact that we're expecting the dollar index to make its move to the upside. It might not happen now, it might not happen this week, it might not happen this month or this year, but eventually the dollar index will make that move to the upside. And obviously, if the dollar index makes that move to the upside, all the dollar-based pairs will potentially make that move to the upside as well. So bullish bias for USD JPY, guys. I think, let me go into the questions. Maybe there'll be something else that's there. If there is something else, then we'll deal with it. If there's nothing, then yeah, it is what it is. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. No problems, Lady Taps. No problems. Are there any questions, guys, before we call it a session? See if anyone's mic is unmuted. No one, I don't see anyone's mic unmuted, guys. Hopefully all of your guys' questions are done. Hopefully we dealt with exactly what you guys needed for the day. Hopefully we actually prepared you guys for this trading day and for this trading week. Remember, guys, we aren't market makers. We're doing analysis and taking into account all the information that we have present to us on the chart, and we use that information to essentially make our next profitable trading decisions. So guys, take that insight into your trading week, guys. Remember, you're not here to kind of plan which trades go in profit, which trades are not. Your job is to essentially create a structure for yourself and continuously execute on that structure to make sure the probabilities are always on your side, guys. If that's it, guys, we wish you guys all the best for the continuation of this week. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your guys' trading week.
Please, bro, could you give us I just joined a quick summary on of the pairs you recommended for today?
So I'm not sure if you were following from the beginning, but I guess all of the pairs that were done I wasn't quite following 100% which pairs were analyzed with Funny Lucky and Offense, but I guess going forward, the pairs that were analyzed today are the pairs that we should be focusing on for the day.
Bro, sorry,
Okay,
because I just joined.
Offense was actually saying that, so what he's going to do, or what we're going to do, is actually send updates on whatever pairs we were looking at during these lives so that you guys can also be able to do your own analysis.
Okay, thank you. So you'll put that on the joint thing so we can see it, yeah?
Yeah, everything will be on the group,
Okay,
in the discussions group. Awesome,
thank you,
awesome,
bro.
man.
Okay,
No
thank
problems.
you. All right.
No problems. Is everyone else sorted with questions? Awesome, I hear nothing. Funny Lucky, Offense, we guys good? Awesome. Guys, lovely session. We'll see you guys in the evening session. Have a great trading day.